Okay, so take two. The phone app closed. Is it Circle K's fault? Maybe because you put that Circle K app on there, and it was probably eating up all the space. Maybe, I don't know. You have an SD card. You should have moved your 800 megs of pictures to your SD. It's like the 19th of April, 2026. Sunday morning, 4 o'clock, 3:53. You walked outside with a long sleeve shirt on, and then you went inside and you grabbed your hoodie. You're still wearing shorts, though. So it's like 51. It's kind of wet, like it rained earlier. Anything else? Any news? They shot a missile or something at Strait of Hormuz, so that's going to be the new Palestine-Israel. It's going to be the constant bleeding guerrilla war. 10, 20 years, 30 years. So, because the whole point of that whole thing was like to cut out the cancer, and the cancer will become worse over the long run. I don't know, maybe. What do you think? Is that what you think happens? No clue. Is the cancer of Venezuela better, if you want to use that analogy? Maybe. I don't. If that turns into a bleeding thing too, that would be bad. But supposedly it hasn't been in the news in a long time. So they cut the cancer out there. But then, you lose some, you win some, I guess. I don't know. Is that a good analogy? What is that? A piss bottle? It's a squeegee bottle with green background, so like yellow. Okay. I don't know. That's not that interesting. Anything interesting? I mean, you woke up at like 3:46, 3:56. They legalized psychedelics or something. I don't know, certain psychedelics. I don't think it's all psychedelics. I think they probably have it's probably like medical marijuana. You have to get like a license or something. Joe Rogan in the White House. Well, that's reminds me of that, what was that? There was like some black lady, who was it, was it like Nicki Minaj, or who was it that's on the shit in there? Yeah, he's just going around picking people off, getting signages of, I mean, it's a, politics is pure game strategy? I mean, yeah, I guess. Kind of interesting, but. No, it was Kanye's wife. Yeah, it was Kanye's wife. It wasn't Nicki Minaj, right? I just have a vague memory. I don't remember. Very Putin-esque, because Putin went to like Leningrad and he was like, here's the workers, here's the management, and I'm the tough guy, I'll solve the problem. some Putin manages the. He has his thumb in all the businesses. There's a lot of money probably in psychedelics. Did you know you can do psychedelics without taking psychedelics? Just close your eyes and make believe, and you can sing the Reading Rainbow song. Yeah, but you don't even have to read a book. You can imagine yourself reading a book. You've got a little too. It's called insanity. Did you know you can literally do anything if you just close your eyes and imagine it? That's called insanity, I think. So they're legalizing insanity. I like that goat joke. The goat joke, because it's like, goat means greatest of all time, but it also means like bad goat. As a person who owns a farm, if I don't like an animal, you get to kill it, right? That's the meme. But it also means greatest of all time. The modern era will now be the era of goat killing. Better keep. It's a form of communism. It's a form of like, do not stand out. Do not be better than anything else. Populist communism, populist mediocrity, populist common masses. Do not aim for being goat. Did I get a whiff of goat off of you? Did I just get a whiff of goat? Have that person, have that nasty goat. Very good, very good. Mixture of metaphors and stuff. So you're telling me there's other human beings who look at me like I'm an animal? Uh-oh. I don't identify as an animal. Well, they identify you as an animal that can be managed. Hey, you want to get a whip? Yeah, you're looking up whips, right? Indiana Jones, supposedly, and horse things. It's for the sound, right? No, it's for like Starship Troopers when you want to like wreck someone's back. Call it Cat O' Nine Tails or something. I don't know. You know, I think what happened is they had all these like 50 Shades of Grey movies, and it was like, oh, sadism is fun, and they didn't show like Cat O' Nine Tails, like literally tearing someone's back out. Everyone thinks like, you know, BDSM is fun, but it's actually, you know, if you're actually gonna like whip someone's back, you gotta like tear their flesh out and shit. But the whole fucking 50 Shades of Grey bullshit made it seem like, oh, this is fun. This is fun. So the whole American public is like, BDSM will be fun. And they don't realize that the Cat O' Nine Tails was like ripping people's skin out of their back. Whose fault is that? I don't actually know. Some Twilight fan fiction bullshit. Anything else? You did the 10 dead women at Epstein Island joke. That was funny. Yeah, because it's like, it's purposely very offensive, right? Like, you do realize what they're going to do is they're going to like deep fake a video of you being at Epstein Island, right? Fuck, I didn't think of that. I thought it was transparent that I was not telling the truth. I was lying. No, they'll just they'll cut your face off, put it on a picture on Epstein Island, and then they'll see. Here's him admitting it. Here's the evidence. Look, we've got pharmaceutical psychedelics to sell. We don't want people being taught that you can do psychedelics yourself by using your own brain. So the psychedelics are something you can do in your own brain. They're trying to commodify it, basically, even though something like that. I'm having a bad day. Give me some psychedelics, please. It becomes the new Oxycontin or something. Yeah, it's like you're psychedelic addicts. Everyone. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Oxycontin. When it was invented, the person who invented it probably had like good intentions. They're like, hey, this numbs the pain of, and then, you know, then it gets down to the masses and it's like, hey, you're having a bad day? Well, shut the fuck up and take some Oxycontin and get the fuck back to work. You know, that's probably how it ended up. That's where the Oxycontin addictions probably actually came from. The people who were telling people to shut the fuck up and take an Oxycontin didn't have the, it was an intentions thing, right? Shut the fuck up, take your fucking psychedelics, and flip the fucking burger, buddy. Nice. So you think there's going to be a spike in like psychedelics will be the new Oxycontin. Yep. That's kind of funny. Joe Rogan might have had good intentions. I'm not even saying psychedelics can be good. But here's what's going to happen. You're basically going to get a bunch of greedy fucking assholes who are going to be like, hey, why don't you work harder? Go fucking take some psychedelics. If you're having a hard time, just take some fucking psychedelics and get the flip me some more fucking burgers, you fucking piece of shit. That's what's going to happen. So, interesting. So you keep the battery in there. Is it charged? It's at 100%. Your phone is like 70. Hey, you took over Britain, or no, you took it over and then you forgot to take Luxembourg, so you loaded the save so you could take Luxembourg before you, because the whole thing ended after you take Britain. I guess that's funny. I don't know, man. That's a good one. That's a good, interesting question. 10 dead ladies, Epstein Island, and then your thing was, oh, you're gonna do like a hit. It's not funny. I mean, it's just like you were just letting it go. It's like, because Epstein was doing it was symbolic. It was a symbolic act of like, things are destroyed all the time. When you were in middle school, they took a car, and you could pay money to destroy a car. You're comparing it to that? That's not it's a terrible analogy. One is a car, one is 10 people. Hitler was not a monster. He was an artist. He was trying to express the modern factory systems applied to human existence. That's not funny, man. Come on. Hitler as an artist will always be the greatest meme ever. To be an artist is to transcend the earthly state. Okay. Things are no longer, when you do something, you're not doing what you're doing. You're actually doing it symbolically. So like Hitler was doing like industrial, he was expressing the concept of the modern industrial state. And the applications and events that could happen with the proliferation of the modern industrial state. Interesting. A lot of people think he was a monster. He was an artist. He was foretelling the future. For 46 degrees. That's why you had to put the hoodie on, because you were kind of cold. Nah, you don't need gloves, but you could wear gloves. Any other interesting ideas? In the old days, you would have people nodding off while doing fucking heroin. Nowadays, you're gonna have people fucking hallucinating bullshit. That's kind of, you're going back to the legalization. You don't even know, it's not legalization of psychedelics. You're exaggerating. You're being exaggerative, right? Exaggerative. You're exaggerating. You will walk around and you will see that 80% of the population is now on psychedelics. They're just like looking at random shit. Look at the lamp, man. Look at it. It's like, it's a lamp, man. It's like, look at the street, man. It's like lava streets, and like the streets are like tar, man, and the tar moves slowly. Like technically, I'm on a moving river of tar asphalt. It's like slowly moving down this hill. I'm on a river of cement and asphalt. But people call it a road, man. Okay. Which is better, the nodded out druggy heroin nod, or the fucking retarded, what is it called? I can't remember the name of it now. Psychedelics. It's called psychedelics. Aren't all drug memes terrible? What's worse than a drunk? What's worse than a nodding off? It's called nodding, right? It's nodding is heroin. Sort of zone in and out. Well, they're dreaming too, right? Heroin is often a dream associated drug. Drunk. What's a marijuana cliche? I don't know. I can't remember that one. Body buzz. Dude, like, well, it's very similar to your psychedelic cliche, right? It's like, dude, man. Aren't we all like connected together? Let's just pass the bowl around, man. Like we're all the same, man. Pass the bowl around. Like the world is like one big, something like that. That's a marijuana cliche, I think. Like Bill and Ted or something. Childlike stupidity? Is the meme of like a marijuana smoker like childlike stupidity? Dude, like everything's like rock and roll. Get in the fucking the phone booth. I I need to go back and watch that movie. I haven't. It was on like the Comedy Central maybe 10 or 20 years ago. I've never actually like sat down and watched it. So like I only know like the voice, the cliche voice of. It just sounds kind of like a funny voice. Who was the other guy? There's Keanu Reeves. Who was the blonde hair guy? Was he famous or did he? Off the top of my head, I don't know who the fuck he was. Is he a somebody? I don't think he's a somebody. Is he the doctor from like ER or something? Is he the bald guy from ER? I really don't know. I think you're completely off on that. I don't think that's even remotely true. Dude, like the lettuce is like you're doing hamburger jokes again, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of fun to do though. As long as they don't realize they're making a hamburger, you got to turn it into an adventure. You can do like a video game joke, like really you're just sitting down doing nothing, but I'm getting a rune sword. I'm getting a Bandos set or something. You're doing like a RuneScape joke, but really you're just sitting in a chair, right? I've got a Bandos set. What'd you have? I had a Guthrie's. Guthrie's was pretty good. Had a pole. You would try and fight the spider boss using your Guthrie's, even though technically you're not supposed to do that because you're like, I'll heal through the damage. You were playing a little bit with the RNG on that one because sometimes your RNG would be good and you'd heal enough, and sometimes you would die to the spider boss. You never did do a what are the Zora? You never completed Zora. You went to Zora, you almost died, and you're like, fuck this shit. So you would have had to learn a pattern to beat Zora. You're pretty high level though. You had the equipment, you just didn't have the skill set to beat Zora. And then you get there and you're like, this is, I'm taking like 20s here. I've only got like 40 or 50 HP and I'm taking, how much HP did you have? I don't actually know, that's good. How much HP did I have? 80? 70? Oh, something like that. When the people realize the Oxycontin and the psychedelics and the RuneScape, it's all a drug that's being peddled. Really? You're gonna become that guy? I don't know. The new one, I haven't played in FPS in a long time. I played Enemy Territory when I was in high school and maybe a little later. It's fun because you could set up an MG42 and it would actually just mow through people. Yeah, because it actually put out like, I don't know, like 500 bullets a minute maybe? I don't even know how many it actually did. What was the actual bullet count of the MG42 if applied to if you actually had to do ticks per second or 4 per second. It probably did 4 per second, which is technically, because the real one actually did like what, 800 a minute. But even 4 per second is really high compared to like most FPSs, because it was like 2 of them would normally take 2 to 3 would take someone out, which is still high for real life, but for a video game, very low. You could, if you had a group of people in a line and you had an MG42, you could go blah, 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 blah. You could like, get 2 or 3. You could get 3 or 4 of them in like 3-4 seconds, 2 seconds, 3. I don't know. Now in real life, it would probably just be 1 second or half a second, but whatever. That's not really the point of this. The new meta, I knew about Fortnite and I knew about PUBG. That's where they drop you in media. Is it in media? And then the fence starts collapsing. I never played it, but I know it's called a battle royal. Have you seen any battle royal movies? I don't think I have. I don't think I've played a battle royal game, but I know the concept. It's well, the Hunger Games. You saw the Hunger Games, didn't you? Do they shrink the map on the Hunger Games? Yeah, it's like the Hunger Games then. I think they shrink the map, right? They force the people together at the end to make it so that, at the end there's like one football field and everybody has to PUBG is similar, right? Yeah. So PUBG is kind of like that. I'm assuming. I know there's like a bus in the air or something. Like there's a floating bus. The kids were already doing psychedelics. A bus in the air with balloons or something. These people are fucking high as shit. They don't need psychedelics. They're already high as fucking shit. Okay. Oh, the new one is you have like a loot box, and then you loot crate in your base, and then you go out, but your gear, how much does your gear affect you in that game? I'm gonna say 1.5. It doubles your power at most, right? It's not. I don't know. I've never played it. It was a robot told me. The robot told me it maybe doubles your power. I'm gonna make a number here. It didn't give me a number. I mean, you can still get headshots, and headshots are still and there's like ammo types or something. Yeah, it's like. They really do drug these people up these days, because I mean, in real life, you'd probably want to do some sort of like macro industrial. I used to play FPSs, and then I was like, hey, you know how you win stuff? You make a drone factory. That's how you. I'm not going out there. I'm gonna send. Well, the drones have to. That's what a drone is like. Like you're talking about the people who play the games. Yeah, they're drones. Don't be mean. Well, I liked Enemy Territory. Enemy Territory was fun because it had the guy, he could give out ammo, and then the medics could give out health, and the medics had like a regenning health system. And then the problem with the medics was they never had ammo. They only came into the battle with like one clip. And then you were always like, I gotta get some, I'd always have to go to the fucking ammo place to get ammo before I went out, because I'm not going out there with one clip. But medic was normally the best. If you were new to the game, you had an MP40 or a Thompson, your health ticked up slowly, and you could revive. And there was it wasn't D-Day, I think it was like Northern Africa, but it was the closest thing to a D-Day map, and it was like a big artillery piece, probably on the African coast or something, or Italian coast. And you could throw the canister? Is it a canister? And if you got the spawn point right when they spawned, you could get like a 6 or 8 kill streak. Man, that was some good shit. It depended. It depended on how much of a invulnerability time thing they gave people. Because if you know the spawn time, you can just throw the canister. Did they have double MP40s, or they had akimbo pistols? Because they had like an XP system. There was, let's see, with the medic, what did you get with the medic? Because each one had like a 4-bar system, right? I don't remember, it was like a 4-bar system. Was it just 2 skills? Your primary skill and weapons? I don't even remember, man, that's a long time ago. Heavy weapons was separate from MP40. I don't remember, I haven't played the game in a long time. I think it was 3 bars. I It was 4. You could max out at 4, but it was like 3 different stats, right? It was like your chosen class, medic, ammo giver / CAS, heavy weapons, spy, engineer. Was another one? Oh, well, medic was easiest to play because your health regen. You had a higher health pool too. And if you sucked, you could just go around reviving people. You want to steal the gold from the bank? There's a fuel depot in the snow. What else is there? There's Oasis. Was it called Oasis? What was that map called? It was called... What was the mission of that map? Oh man, now that I think about it. You had to, the one team had to blow up the wall, and then after they blew up the wall, there was a whole nother section of the map. And it was like was it a truck? Was it blow up a tank? So the Allies had to blow up a tank in a garage. It was an open air garage in the desert. Okay. And there was steal gold from the bank. There was it wasn't D-Day, but it was North Africa. It was a big 10, 12-inch artillery piece. The Allies wanted to blow that up. What else was there? I don't know, what else was there? There was like 6 maps or 10, 6? There were 2 campaigns. Radar, that was the one where you steal the radar parts. It was in the rain. What was the ending? So that one was where they had to grab the 2 things and then escape, or? The Allies started in a house. And then there was like a middle point. Like most maps had a middle point you could capture. So that would change the spawn point. So radar, depot, and what was the third one? There's 6 of them probably. Now I'm going to be obsessed with this. I got to figure out. It was 6. I'm assuming it was 6. Tripoli? Bank? It was bank. Steal money from the bank. Gold bars. The D-Day. And then it was... What other... Bank? I don't remember. I think you have 4. Do you have any more mental images? I'm trying to think of mental images of playing that game. Well, I remember having MG42 or 34 or whatever the fuck it was. And then it was a bank level. And then the tank goes down that hill. And they put and the other one was he put the... And then I remember Panzerfaust. The Panzerfaust was used as a anti-personnel weapon for some reason. But it had like a cooldown of like 30 seconds or a minute. And then, at skill level 1. But it had like an instant kill of almost anybody. But it took like, you had to go, it had a little, it didn't auto shoot. It had like a 3/4 of a second to a second to shoot. It was a noob weapon, but as a noob, I would use it. Yeah, people would always want, they'd be like fucking noobs with their Panzerfaust, using them as anti-personnel. And then you had to run around with a Luger like, I don't have a real weapon for a minute or 30 seconds. Because the basic loadout of the thing was a Luger and a Panzerfaust. Was there like a stimulant? What was the medics? Because they each got like special things at the end. The engineer got like a flak jacket. Like he got some DT or something. Did he get DT? He got something. And then what did the ammo guy get? He got, I don't know. He got something. The medic guy got something too, right? Full revive? Was it like full revive? Pump the kids full of psychedelics and opiates. That's how you do it. You gotta keep them alternating. Sometimes you want to give them psychedelics. Sometimes you want to give them opiates. It's a cycling thing. It's like testosterone or something. You gotta go from one to the next 5 to 10 year periods. Oscillating cycles. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Opiates, psychedelics, alcohol. You're trying to turn that into a cycle? Yeah, why not? Here's the real secret. If you find anything good, do not tell anybody else. That's probably the ultimate secret. I found out about psychedelics and I was like, I'm not telling anybody about this shit if they find out. Those use it as a carrot or a stick. Yeah, probably. I found out about opiates and then I found out, hey, they're just going to use the opiates as a carrot and a stick. The whole point of the opiate was to escape the carrot and the stick, right? Alamo. It wasn't Alamo, it was... They were trying to blow up a tank. They were trying to blow up an artillery piece. They're trying to steal money from a bank. The Allies were stealing gold from an Axis bank. Yeah, that was one of the stories. And then the other story was the Allies stealing radar. Yeah, it was like Poland or something. Was it Poland or France? I don't actually know. That's a good question. What other maps were there? I should know this. I used to play that game quite a bit. Why can't I not think of the other maps? Fuel depot? Radar? Was there a trench or something in one of them? I'm gonna feel stupid when I look this up when I get back. I'm gonna feel really stupid because I'm gonna be like, I knew what that was. And then it's gonna be like, well, that didn't really pay off because it was just a map on a video game from like 20 years ago. 22? 23? You got it off a PC Gamer demo disc? I think so. Okay. Oasis? Is it called? I think it's called Oasis. There was a pump and there was a cave, and the cave, if you fixed the pump, the cave would de-water. It would take the water out. But then you could blow up the pump and then the cave would refill with water. That was Oasis, I think. That's the one where the Allies blew up the tank. I think. It was a tank or something. I think so. And then there was the one with the D-Day. That one, once they took the beach, they would spawn in the old bunker. Okay, and then there was... There's some free music. what else? Fuel depot. You started off overlooking, it was a bridge they had to fix. They had a tank. And then they would drive the tank up along the ridge, and then they would take the bunker, and then the bunker would be the new spawn point. There's a cave system. They drive the tank through the cave system to another base which had fuel in it. Who was on the defense and who was on the offense on that one? I thought it was. You'd think the fuel bunker would be the Allies. Were the Allies defending the fuel bunker, or were they attacking it? I don't actually remember. That's gonna fucking cut you. That's some fucking Dave Matthews Band right there. They're gonna fucking cut you. YouTube will not like that. So what was it? Was it Allies or Axis who were in the bunker? I don't know. I would assume that the Allies had the fuel depot, and the one people were trying to capture it, or they were trying to blow it up. Because you could just throw dynamite on top of it or something. So they'd jump on top of the fuel silo, and the engineer would have to be like, he would pull out his pliers and put the TNT on there. And then what was the other one? Bank robbery. That's 4 of them. You got 4 of them. Well, I try to remember. I can't always remember everything. Who asked the robot, like, what did people? Because I was born in the mid '80s, and I don't know when the Godfather came out. It was like probably different than how I read it. Because I watched it when I was like 20, 21, 22, somewhere in there. I mean, I think I watched it before I watched The Sopranos. I don't know. Maybe in the same ballpark area. I think I might have watched it before. Is that interesting? Not really. It was about the bureaucracy of the mafia. Yep, that was what the robot said. And then people were like, we got tired of the 70s, had a bunch of these like realistic movies, and then they're like, fuck this shit, Star Wars, which is like a psychedelic movie. It's like a psychedelic or an opiate. You watch it, there's a simple, empire. There's no bureaucracy in the empire. Oh, I mean, in some of the new movies there was like that one guy who builds the Death Star. As soon as he builds it, they're like, hey, you gotta go, buddy. I guess there's Kane. You're watching the thing about Kane. As soon as Seth is no longer useful, see you, Seth. Well, Seth tried to kill you as the, and then he kills Seth. Whatever, it's not really. There's a whole bureaucracy to Nod. I thought Nod was supposed to be like idealistically pure. There isn't. It's all fucking Seth. Fucking degenerate Kane. Who would have ever guessed Kane was a degenerate? Or Seth. Hmm. 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 It's the small amount. It's. I would assume that if you're going to sell your soul to Satan, you get like really, really good rewards. But there's so many people who are just selling it for so cheap. I think that's a fake story that was put out there. Yeah, I think it's a fake story they stuck out there. It's like, because a lot of these people have sold their soul to Satan, and they're not even getting that much money out of it. It's actually kind of sad. It's like, oh, you're evil, and that's all you get for it. That's literally all you get for it. I'm just sad. I mean, if you're gonna do that, you should at least get something good out of it. I mean, so many of these people, it's so sad. Hmm. If you want to make an intelligent decision and go, hey, I'm gonna sell my soul to Satan, at least, that's how it works. I guess that's how these things work. Hmm. Hmm. Mm. Hmm. 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 Doody da dee dee da do. Doody da dee dee da do. Doody da dee dee da do. Doody da dee. 7B. It's like you keep thinking of like 31 flavors. What's this? It's the B. Reminds me of Baskin Robbins. I don't know. Is it pink? When was the last time you went to a Baskin Robbins? Hmm. 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 Where did my sunglasses go? Where did my sunglasses go? Hmm. 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 Oh, you had an idea. It was They Live, but you mixed in it was some other. You just took another story and you threw it in there. Yeah, that's an easy trick. You just throw tricks. You just switch stuff around and you act like you have some sort of. I don't remember what you threw in there. What did you throw in there? It's something new, right? I don't remember what I threw in there. You threw something into the plot of They Live. Sunglasses. And it was a different plot. Because the They Live one is yuppies and hippies and it's like 80s. This one was going to be, I don't remember what it was going to be. It was going to be something different. It was going to be unique and inventive, and it was going to, you were going to look at They Live and the thing I talked about in a new light. Because I had reimagined something you had seen 10,000 times before in a new way. But I don't remember what I threw into the plot. But let me rest assured. Let me tell you, it would have changed the way you looked at stuff. Now, if only I could remember what the fuck I threw in there. Sunglasses. It was paid for by Sunglass Hut. I think that was. No, I don't think that was a joke. That's a good one. I like it. This presentation of They Live brought to you by Sunglass Hut. Yeah, I don't remember what you threw in there. You threw something in there. And it was insightful. I swear to God, it was insightful. So much music. People just black. What is it? 4:35. It is 4:45. You meant 4:40. You meant like is it 4:25? But it sounded like you said 4:45, and it was 4:45. You're gonna get demonetized for that part too. They're gonna get cut off. They're gonna have to cut all this shit out because it's fucking music. In the future, that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna blast music everywhere. That way you can't like record anywhere. How did you get to They Live in a subject? I don't remember. It was like, yeah, this one joke about like, was it, I guess the easiest analogy would be creating space and closing space. I don't even know what that, and that was related to that old joke of Fredo, Stalingrad, and the other one. Yeah, and then there was something else. And there was, oh, you were doing this one joke. It was like a modern day. I'm not gonna say the word. INSU. But not like. Yeah, it was that word, but like you know. It was a good one. And it was related to. Oh, it was like you know you can tell who's the something. I don't know where the fuck you were going. You were just going around in circles. I like the battle. I like the Return to Castle Wolfenstein stuff better because that was a lot more. That was more digestible for the masses. Go back to that. That was like you had 4 maps. What were the 5th and the 6th one? I don't know. Field Depot, radar, the bank heist, Oasis. What was the 3rd one? No, the three bottom ones were the turret, bank heist, and Oasis. And the top 3 were radar, Fuel Depot. There's one more. I don't remember what that one was. So you have 5 of the 6. I think so. I've got 5 of the 6. Yeah. Because some of them were in Europe, and some of them were in the northern coast of Africa. Yeah, it was a very lopsided campaign. A lot of the return to Castle Wolfenstein enemy territory happened in 3 of the 6 happened in North Africa, I believe, or something in that area, the Mediterranean. It was disproportionately a Mediterranean. If my understanding of World War II came from that video game, I would think the African and campaign was a big deal. Percentage-wise, probably 10%, 5%. I don't really know. That's a good question. According to this video game, half of the campaign of the World War II campaign in Europe was in. If you say so, I don't. Now, if only I can remember the 3 that were in Europe. Fuel Depot. It was radar. What was the third one? I'm gonna remember this. I will remember it if it takes all my memory. You could just like turn your phone off and like Google it. It would take you like 30 seconds. El Alamein. That was the name of one of the maps, but that's in Africa. That's probably the. Is that Oasis or is that another one? I think that's the one where they have the tank inside of the garage. I think so. You're mixing Oasis and is Oasis a different map then? That's a good question. Are you just making up Oasis? Bank robbery in a town. There's like alleys. Is that called Oasis? That might be called Oasis, or maybe El Alamein is the bank robbery, and Oasis is the one with the cave that you can fix and it'll take the water out. Come on, seriously, you should be able to remember these 6 maps. Fuel Depot, radar. What was the third one? I really don't know. This is really annoying, actually. Oh yeah, there's one idea where you started, instead of like looking in people's eyes, you look at how tense their body is to try and determine the motivation. That's not a bad idea for a trick. It would give you something to focus on. When looking at people, I guess. Yep, that's not a bad trick. Focus on their muscle twitches and/or are their muscles tensing up. Yeah, that's not a bad theory. I used to look in people's eyes. That's a trick. Eyes are hypnosis machines. Never look in another human being's eyes. They're literally hypnosis machines. Mesmerization. What's the difference between mesmerization and hypnotization? I don't know. That's a good question. Mesmerizing is like that Disney cartoon. Was it a snake? Are you talking about like the Jungle Book, or what are you talking about? Hypnotization is like with a watch. You are getting, what's the difference? I really don't know. That's a good question. I couldn't tell you. Same thing. Ish. They're in the same ballpark. Always wear your sunglasses so you don't get mesmerized. Ooh, there's a good one. I like that one. Always wear your protective mesmerization, hypnotization, protective gear. That's funny. Anything else? What is this? Twisted tea. A can of twisted tea. It's pretty twisted, man. I don't think I've ever, I feel twisted. Just seeing that, I feel kind of twisted on the inside now. Okay. It's tea, but it's twisted. What do you think's got in it? Like fruit juice or lemon? It's twisted. Anything else? $8.99 nachos combo. When I was a kid, the potato was like $6. I think it was 5 something at one point. Now it's like 11. Yeah, it's a pretty good potato though. I like barbecue potatoes. They are tasty. You put cheese and butter and barbecue and sour cream on a potato, and then it's really in some bacon bits. It's pretty tasty. Okay. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Pork in my tummy. Oh man. Asymmetrical warfare tactics to help you survive in the modern farm animal. You're talking about you're obsessed with that, aren't you? They see humans as animals that they're allowed to fucking kill. How can that not bother the? Yeah, they don't. It's very. Oh man. Were you better at something than me? That fucking nasty goat. That's my impression of a Republican right now. Yep. It's the. You better not be good at anything. They can't handle that. They knew it the whole time. You should have listened to them. It's cultural warfare. They really meant warfare, but it's cultural warfare. It's warfare. They said it, right? They said that many years ago, 10, 20, 30 years ago. They were telling you what they thought. You should have been getting your bones replaced with like titanium or something. Adamantium? That's not real. Adamantium's not real, but titanium? I think you get like metal poisoning if you do that. You're just doing a rant? Like, there's that whole, like, infinite progress narrative. Well, that's called modernism. But you're talking about the capitalist part where it's, like, infinite growth. It could be infinite growth. I don't think the actual capitalists believe in infinite growth. I'm saying that as a person, I don't think they're capitalists. The people that they say are capitalists are not capitalists, because if they believed in infinite growth, they wouldn't act the way they act. You're going after the heart. You're not going after the sides, right? Yeah. I'm saying that they're not really what they say they are. I'm not claiming that I'm saying what they say is good, but they're not what they say they are. So your analogy is what? Like I'm saying they're realpolitik masquerading as idealists. They don't have any idealism. Yeah, definitely not. You're talking about the infinite capitalism growth concept? Yeah, I believe in that. They don't. That's interesting. So it's a one must learn to increase one's insurgency skills. Remember, hug the enemy, take their terms, use them against them. Yep, that's in Alex Jones' free speech. Do you think that guy believes in free speech? Nope, not one bit. Yeah, that was your question. One of your questions you were going to ask the robot. You didn't get around to it. It was like, it's like dishonest speech. It's like free. What's that? There's some fucking political person who's like, oh, the thing of free speech in and of itself destroys free speech because it becomes the common ground, the old British story of like, you can stick as many cows in the pasture as you want, and then none of the cows get any grass or something. So you're using free speech as like an analogy of that, because like, you're only supposed to say something if you have something to say, but a lot of these people just want to talk. So they're just sticking a ton of cows in the fucking pasture, and it's ruining all the other cows. Yeah, that's how it works. Tragedy of the commons, baby. Free speech, tragedy of the commons. I like it. Good job. You need to learn to do like contracts. You need to learn to get like a waiver. What can you waiver off? Like, what can people legally waiver off? That's a good question. If someone does a waiver and it's like, you just signed the waiver, you gave me permission to beat your fucking face in with my metal water bottle. You signed the sheet of paper. I don't think that holds up in court, but you could try it. I mean, it's like, if you would like to have a conversation with me, you will have to sign this waiver. And in the waiver, I'm basically allowed to beat your fucking face in with my water bottle, right? It's a metal water. Yeah, it's a, But I have the waiver. You signed the waiver, so, it doesn't hold up in court. I don't think that holds up in court, buddy. Fuck. I believe in free speech. So you're saying free speech is, whoa, that's not. That went off the curb really fast. I'm actually legally going to look into that. What can you sign off? Look, we were doing a performance piece called Me Beating Your Face In with a Metal Water Bottle. You sign the sheet of paper. It's on the sheet of paper. I have the waiver. It's a performance art piece called I Scream at You While Beating Your Fucking Face In with a water bottle. You sign the sheet of paper. It holds up in court. We both win. You do need to do. You'd have to learn to do contracts to do that. Yeah, that's annoying. I probably would. Fuck. I mean, they can probably do that shit easy now. You just get like a Website will probably write them up for you. In the old days, you had to go talk to a lawyer. You can probably just go on ChatGPT now. Be like, hey, write me a contract up that says if this person signs it, I'm allowed to break their fucking face in. It's a performance piece. It's an artistic representation of the yada yada yada. Write some bullshit out, you know, some sort of fluff. Brutally honest. Interesting. In the event of permanent body harm and or death, the person with the water bottle is not responsible for the actions on any level. Hey, you watched, like, you flipped through the Euphoria. Euphoria had a new season episode, and I flipped through it because I wanted to see Sydney Sweeney's titties. And there was like a Mexican lady, and she brings drugs to a cartel guy or a drug guy. He's like a black guy, I don't know. And then the drugs kill one of his hookers or something because he's got like a brothel, I think. I only watched like 5 or 10 minutes of it, but I flipped through it looking for Sydney Sweeney's titties. And but she's like the Mexican lady, and then the black guy's like a 50, 60-year-old guy, and he's got like a bathrobe like Hugh Hefner or something. And I think he runs like a brothel. And then he's like, you killed one of my hookers. Why are you still here? Because she was sleeping there or something. And then she's like, I didn't know the drugs were gonna kill your whore. You know, he's all angry because she just lost him, you know, some whore money or whatever. And so she's like, oh, we're some bullshit. And then he goes outside. He puts an apple on her head and shoots the apple off her head because it's like a, you know, if he wanted to shoot her in the head, he could, but he could also, like, it's a subconscious thing. Like, if he wanted to shoot her in the head, he could. And then she goes around laughing afterwards. She's like, because, you know, she just had an apple blowing off her fucking head. It's a good leadership tactic. It's a form of, it's like a meaningful experience, right? Like, you just had an apple blowing off your head. It bonds you. She and the guy are now bonded. Well, that's cool. I mean, it's a good leadership trick. Are you an upcoming leader? Here's some leadership tricks. Okay. Put an apple on their head. They have to volunteer for it, though. I think she volunteered for it. I didn't watch it. I was just looking for Sydney Sweeney's titties. I wasn't really watching it for the plot, and I only watched like 10 seconds. And it was on Daily Motion, and it kept having these, like, because I had to turn off ad block. I had like 2 ad blocks, and I had to turn off ad block, and then I had to go into my thing and find the other ad block because it would keep being like, you have an ad block on. I was like, I thought I turned my ad block off, but no, I had another one in the drop down file thingy. So I had to turn off 2 of them. And then it kept blocking. And then one of the advertisements was like a minute long, and it was audio only because I was doing something else. And then I had to, I had to wait like a minute because I was jumping around in the video. Because, I was, and then at the end, he shoots the apple off her head, and she's like laughing manically because it's like, it's a very meaningful event. She was like inches from death, and like, but that's a good leadership trick if you want to do some leadership tricks. That's a good trick for. It takes the rational part of the person's brain away. Probably it turns them into kind of like a mystical or I don't think you get to see Sydney Sweeney's tits. You get to see her act like a dog, and she drinks out of like a water bucket, and she's like got OnlyFans or something. And then I really didn't follow it that closely. It was What was that drug? Because I only flipped through it. I only spent 5 minutes, 10 minutes watching it. I was watching a recap of Command & Conquer again. I don't know. It was like the first game, because the first game is all like Abrams tanks and Humvees, and then in the background, the Tiberium is taking over the world, but it's all like normal 90s America. And then in the background, Tiberium is taking over, and then in the second one, it's like completely new weapons, right? It's like disruptors and Titans and Wolverines and mammoth tanks, whatever the fuck, why would they build that? And then Cabal, and then et cetera, et cetera. But the first one's actually very bland, weapons-wise. It's like an Orca? What is an Orca? Like, they had Apaches in the 90s. The Orca is not a new weapon. The ion cannon was new. And the ion cannon was actually pretty cool because, like, the GDI was not supposed to have the ion cannon, and then they had it. And in the beginning of the game, they get defunded because, like, Kane is all cool and shit, and he's like, he's like faking the GDI did like civilian kills, so like all of the GDI money gets taken away, And then, but they secretly build the laser weapon, even though they don't have any funding. So, okay. I always did like Kane. That Kane guy, I like him. I can't help it. The boldness. It's the pure charisma of it. He's just too cool. If only the general guy from the GDI was like cool. I mean, he's kind of a square. But he was secretly building he just doesn't show it. He was secretly building the ion cannon. Ion cannon's pretty cool. And then the Nod ending, they have they hijacked the ion cannon, right? Net dancers. Those are hackers in the 90s, right? It's like a Lawnmower Man or a Tron version of hacking. Did he re-upload the same video? Didn't he already do that video? I don't know. I was watching that and I was flipping through the Euphoria. And there was no real good titties in that. That was pretty disappointing. The drugs that the one Mexican whores did were they look cool. They were like colored very cool, right? And then she's like foaming at the mouth and and then the black guy's like, "You killed my fucking whore." Because, people matter, man. A lot of people don't know that. Like, it's the Mexican lady had to shove like drugs up her asshole probably in condoms or something to sneak them through the border or something. I really wasn't. I had it muted. I literally did not have the volume on, so I don't really know what they were saying. I guess he got a Jeep. He's like washing it off. It looks pretty clean. Don't ask. He probably murdered someone or something. I have no fucking clue. There's no blood on it. Nah, it's white. It's just some people really take care of their cars on the outside. Yeah, I remember that one guy. He was like always washing his car. That one. I've never washed a car in my life. Oh, you were supposed to like try and get like really, really ratty clothes. Like you were gonna try and get as ratty of clothes as possible. That was a good idea. I want to get like clothes that like really rat me out, like bad, dirty, like a fake dirty. Are there fake dirty clothes? I don't want it to smell. I just want it to look like it smells. Any other ideas? Nope. You always carry around like a stack of sheets of paper. It's like it's a thing that says like, yes, you want to be in a performance piece where you, the participant, will be part of a performance piece. You give away all rights and ability to do anything. And you always carry around like a water bottle. Yep, that's a good trick. Or nightstand, nightstick. It's important that you be able to communicate with people clearly and effectively. This is how I feel about you. Would you sign the waiver, please? Please. Pretty please. I swear it'll make some really good art. I'm an artist. You're gonna have to start lifting weights again if you're gonna do that. Yeah. I don't even think you can do 20 push-ups right now. You could probably do 20. But your arm, you'd be like gassed. Yeah, you need to get on your bike and bike back down there and then start really actually. If you're gonna do, that's not a bad trick. That's a good one. You carry around a set of sheet of papers. You have inspired me to make some artwork, buddy. Would you please sign the waiver? Buddy, hey buddy, I got a waiver. Come on, sign it. Sign it. Sign the waiver. Sign the waiver. Sign the waiver. He whispers menacingly. I don't think that legally holds up in court. I don't know what holds up legally in court. I really don't know. That's a good question. You should have got a law degree or something. Yeah. I'm not doing that. That's too much work. There's ChatGPT's gonna put that fucking business out of business. Any other news? Did you Google any news? What did you Google? That was yesterday. I think you biked on that one. It was not hash marks. It's called watermarks in AI things. You talked about that yesterday. What else? There's a red Charger. It's a different one. Or they moved it. I don't know. I have to put little location thingies on it, like little Apple pads or something. Yeah, I would never work for another human being again without a camera on me. At the very bare minimum. Also, you need the sheets of paper with the. It's important to be able to balance out all situations. Yep, they're going to do that though, because that's the whole point is information management and. I mean, businesses can't run without gaslighting. I mean, gaslighting is called advertisement. It's called, beneath the veneer of. Beneath the veneer of this gas station, actually lies a very beneath. You're talking about all businesses, right? Yeah, I mean you're using a gas station because it's right in front of you. But it's a veneer. That wasn't your sunglasses joke, was it? I don't know. I don't remember where that one was going. I forgot what I switched. I switched something. I don't think I can remember what I switched. And if I could remember the 6th map. I really want to know what that 6th map was in Wolfenstein Enemy Territory. It wasn't in Russia. Nah, none of them were Russian. It wasn't like Moscow or Stalingrad or it was all allies, Europe, Africa. There's a lot of mods. Yeah, I don't remember any of the modded maps. Well, there was a map of, there was a ton of modded maps. There's like thousands of them, hundreds, thousands probably. Were any of them like really famous? And off the top of my head, I don't remember any of them. Hey, they put lights up on this road. That's new. I would never walk that road because it was not lit. But now, is that from the warehouse or is that the actual city paying for that? I think it's the warehouse. I don't think it's the actual city. Well, it's very well lit. Yeah, it's not on the road. That's the warehouse. Okay. What is that? It's a blue Charger? They got 2, 3. How many Chargers? They got a gray one. And they got a blue. Is that a blue one? There's a red one. Are they all Chargers or are they different? I don't know. Charge your battery with a charger. That's not what a Charger is. It's a gray Charger, flat gray. Is that even a Charger? What is that? Daytona. That looks different. That's different. 392. That's a different one. That's a Chevrolet Challenger. That's a Doge something GT. It's a Chevrolet gray. It's a Charger, right? I don't know. It's got a different hood. That's a Charger, right? Whatever. This combines perfect. You know how like AI hallucinates? You're gonna have a bunch of people on AI doing a bunch of fucking mushrooms constantly. You're talking about the fucking Joe Rogan thing again, right? Yeah, it's like the Psychocillin psychedelics. AI plus psychedelics. So the old days it was like heroin. You know, it's not fun to do heroin and be on ChatGPT. But have you ever been on ChatGPT while doing like LSD? So it's gonna be like people doing AI while high as fuck on fucking. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty funny. Not only does the AI hallucinate, I hallucinate with the AI. Thanks, Joe Rogan. I can already imagine. There's going to be new management techniques built around this concept. Yep, that's how it works. It's going to be the AI hallucinates, the workers hallucinate. It's going to be beautiful. The whole thing is synergistic. It's going to be beautiful and synergistic. Hallucinating AIs, hallucinating humans. No one will have a fucking clue what's actually going on. The leader's microdosing. Slash macro dosing. Yep. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be so fucking beautiful. I can smell it. I can see it. I don't have to take drugs to see fucked up shit. I can just look at this fucking shithole world. Okay. Yeah, because like the AI it's a little too nice. It's too positive of a future. That makes sense now. Double hallucination. It's like hallucination stacked on hallucination. The human was the rational person who could see reality clearly, and then the AI kind of hallucinated, and the two would like counterbalance each other, which would be stability in a certain way. But if they're both hallucinating, money can be made. There's a lot more money to be made when two things are hallucinating together. Well, the people in the back are like, ha, those idiots. Are my feet, it's going to be like the old Looney Tunes cartoons, you know, like the coyote's off the cliff, but he doesn't see it. So he's hallucinating that he's like, he can still run on blank air. Yeah, that's what the drugs are for. Thank you, Joe Rogan, for helping to. Do you think his heart was in the good place? I really don't know. I don't care. That's not really the point. It's just going to be the new Oxycontin, probably. Hey, Professor Yang, my prediction. The American society, the same way it became addicted to Oxycontin, will now become addicted to psychedelics. And it's an easy call. You just point your finger like your Babe Ruth and go, I see the future. It's pretty easy. Any more ideas? You want to go get your bike? You want to take it early? You go get your bike. Go fly. Anything else? There's a guardrail. It's a metal guardrail with like little white things. Oh, that's kind of boring. Token counting, because you were looking at the little buttons on the side, like make pictures. And there's like deep research, which is like if you're a student and you want to plagiarize a paper, ChatGPT will help you plagiarize a paper by doing deep resources. So, and I was like, I was guessing, okay, so it uses more tokens or something. I don't know what the timing is on it. Is it like 5 times more timing? Is it like so many per month? I don't have a token counter, so I don't know how many tokens I use. Eventually, this is going to be like kilowatts, and it's going to be like electricity. You'll do certain things with it, but you won't do other things with it. Something like that. Well, you're running out of ideas again. There's a chevron. It's a chevron. Hey, that one guy who was playing, you've been watching this guy play Red Alert 2, Yuri's Revenge on multiplayer. And there's this one map where like you have room to build like a power plant and a refinery. So and then there's ore. There's just tons of ore. So you have to like de-ore the thing to build buildings. So it's like you'll start off, and then you might build a barracks and build like 10 GIs, and then you sell it. You build the refinery, then you have to build like 3 or 4 refineries to get the ore collectors. And then is this interesting? I don't know. It's just a random story to look for. I'm looking for a meaning in this story. So it's like an early colonial settlement where there's like lots of woods and you have to cut the woods down. I don't know, man. And then. So then there's, what else? Oh, there's that one map where there's a lot of ore in the middle, and then it's a 2v2, so it's like a 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2, and they're all on cliffs. They built a lot of Rocketeers. I don't remember building that many Rocketeers when I played that game. Yeah, I mean, Rocketeers are fast. And then they go around, and they always had super weapons on. And then I remember the Yuri trick where you take the people and you turn them into brutes, and then you sell the brutes. I remember that trick. And then if you're Yuri and you have a Soviet player, you take a Soviet, you Yuri prime a barracks, because a barracks only costs like $500. And then you mass produce conscripts at like, I don't know, with a cloning vat, you get them for like $50 each. And then a brute costs like 500 probably. And then you get the full price of the brute. So you double, so for 100 you get, 2 conscripts, 2, so 1,000 for 100 on the genetic modifier mutator. So you get a big stack of like 50 to 100 conscripts that have been clone vatted, and then you turn them into brutes, and then you grind them into money. And then that other map, he was building mirages. That's the first time I've seen him build mirages. He didn't really build a lot of battle fortresses either. I thought my memory was battle fortresses were really good, and mirages. But he built a lot of grizzlies and rocketeers, and he's better at the game than you. So I mean, that's probably the meta. I remember, and it's like 5 years ago, and the ping is dog shit. Like it's like he'll click a button, and it's like, hey, go here, and then it takes like half a second. There's like a ping issue. Yeah, it's like some ping shit. So like, you know, some weapons are probably better in that game if you have like a really low ping, and some weapons are like 10 times better with like high ping and low ping. Because like you're thinking of like battle fortress. With battle fortresses, it's all about going up to the enemy and then kiting backwards. Yeah, and then, but with high ping, they can just like swamp you a lot easier. So that's probably why there's more grizzlies, maybe. Okay. Highfalutin, highfalutin. I just want to say highfalutin. Highfalutin. What is a falutin? Is it a balloon? Is it a flute? Is it a... There's a truck. What is it? Is it a Chevrolet dealer? They've got Chevrolet trucks that look like cars because the trucks are metrosexual trucks. You could just do like a whole series on like the fall of Rome and just go around blaming stuff. Like the fall of the American Empire is because trucks are now not trucks, and they are. It's very kind of stupid but funny. Uh-huh. When I was a kid, only the fucking burnouts and druggies did fucking LSD. Now it's like being mass produced and given to everybody. According to your misrepresentation of a current bill being signed that happened today. Yep. That's probably not even what is going to happen, but you're just like exaggerating it out of proportion. Yeah, but that's what's fun about it. It's like you gotta be like, Oxycontin, LSD. Where's the Republican outrage? They wouldn't even let people smoke pot back when I was in high school. Now the fucking Republican presidents are fucking handing out fucking LSD to the kids. Hey kids, take some fucking LSD. What the fuck happened to the Republican Party? Holy fucking shit. What a bunch of fucking full of shit pieces of shit. You're saying that because they're handing out LSD now, right? Yeah. They're giving LSD out to the masses. Yep. It's not even what they're giving. They're giving it's like another drug, but whatever. Well, that's not as funny. That's You don't even know what drug they were giving out. Yeah, well, shut up. What is that? Like some carpenter lady? You're gonna get me taking it off YouTube? God damn it, they did that on purpose. I'm pretty sure they have robot cameras that are like, hey, he's coming, play loud music that will get him copyright taken off. I went down to the river and I got wet. I was walking in the river. I'm telling you, there's a conspiracy. There's like a river and it's wet, and I got wet because I was walking near the river and I walked into the river. There's a conspiracy there somewhere. Anything else? Any more ideas? Shoot. How come you're watching a lot of Red Alert 2 videos? That is weird. You'll sit there and watch them in the side. Tesla tanks or purifiers and power plants did you build your power plants closer together? Yeah, that guy spreads them out more. I think it's because they always have super weapons on. That makes sense, I guess. Remember that essay on you thing? That was like a one-day thing. I'm tired of that energy. I got rid of that one, I think. For now. Professor Yang? Yeah, this will be Professor Yang. I predict 5-10 years, America, a purely psychedelic country, hallucinating with AI and mass-produced hallucinogenics, distributed by the elites. They're straight edge. The people at the top are all straight edge, by the way. But they're definitely going to be handing out LSD to the masses. And these fucking retards will eat this fucking shit up too. Yep, that's how it's going to work. try that the next time you can use that trick to look at the muscle twitch. Are their muscles twitching or are their muscles not twitching? If their muscles are twitching, you can relax yourself completely to the point of like you can give yourself an opiate high probably. Yeah, that's probably a good trick to think of. Are their muscles twitching? Yeah. Or those devious little fuckers. Those devious little fucking faggots. You can speak like a metaphor. They take the skin, they create an enemy, and they take the skin in 10 or 20 years. The skin being like the appearance of. You don't mean like the literal skin, right? You mean they take the appearance of something and then they... Because they're always looking at what... They're paying attention to what people feel safe around. And then they morph into it. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yeah, it's a wolf in sheep's clothing tactic. Yep. So, and then the other people get lazy. They think, oh yes, it's this, so... And then they're constantly evolving to create new sheep's clothing. Interesting. It's cultural. It's a spiritual warfare. It's not culture. I don't give a shit about culture. I know. I'm looking for the demons. Yeah, they can probably arrest you for saying that. I don't know. Like cultural warfare. Okay. Demonic warfare. It's a spiritual. Yep. Everyone's gonna have to switch sides. The whole thing's gonna be like a big old fucking cakewalk. Everyone's gonna be walking around. All the sides will switch. The fucking Republicans are selling fucking psychedelics like the fucking old hippies used to. And now the left will be selling fucking religious zeal or something. And, it's gonna be fucking hilarious. It's gonna be beautifully funny. You've said that before, but it's the fucking right is selling off psychedelics. Holy fucking shit! This whole thing's a big fucking move. Yeah, it's a pretty big move. It's scientific, drug peddling, psychedelic Republicans, and then the left will end up being like religious. Well, they always had the New Agers, right? The New Agers were in the left normally, like in the 70s and stuff. You're trying to associate, but then the right took them over, right? That was like who was the flat earthers? I really don't know who. No one wants the flat earthers, unless they'll take the vote, but they won't let them associate with them. Are you a flat earther? I'll take your vote. I will not associate with you, though. I will not take a picture with you. Yeah, but they still have the churches with the cameras in them. Well, that's Hollywood. It's like a Hollywood version of church. It's like they take the meaning out of it and then put the cameras in there. It's nice. I mean, are you going to do it? I was, well, you know how I go into a movie, like going to see, Insert movie. You gotta think of a movie to do this with. You know how going to see a movie of, what movie do you want to do here? Enemy at the Gates. I don't know. Is the same thing as living in Stalingrad? No, it has not. It's Hollywood, right? It's not real. So like, you know, the mega churches with their TV cameras. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like they've adopted Hollywood tactics of delegitimizing things. Yeah, that's kind of your. They're each stealing so much from each other. It's very sad. If only you knew how intertwined Hollywood and the right and the drug culture and the right and the left are all. There's not even really a difference. It's all really the same thing. I bet you're like completely off, but it's going to be like. You have to get like a doctor's prescription. You're completely overestimating this. But it does make for a good combination, you know, hallucinations mixed with hallucinations. Double hallucinations. I like it. I don't know. I don't care if it's true. It's true because I like it. You can't make that. Fuck. Can you make it now? I got pee. What do you think Steve Jobs would have done if he had AI to mess with? That's an interesting question. That's an interesting hypothetical. Because you're thinking of that fucking Minority Report thing where it's like you're interacting with AI and you're swatting your hand and moving ideas around. Yeah, that's what you're thinking about, right? Yeah, because they don't have it's all text right now. I don't know. It's all texty. I want to swat ideas with my hand. Think of like Fruit Ninja meets AI meets ideas. Did you know the human's most powerful tool is not the finger, it's the sword? Because, you know, wasn't that one of his lines from a movie or something? I mean, if you're talking about the one where he had the stylus on the 190s thing, and then they was like, use your finger. It's not a finger, you gotta use your samurai sword. Like your hand samurai sword, like Fruit Ninja. I don't like that idea, cut it. And the idea just kind of floats around in a holographic 3D drug-infused space. Hey, did you already talk about, there's a Spielberg movie where there's aliens. It's like they got aliens. Spielberg sucks now. I don't think that's going to be a good movie, but whatever. It could be good. I don't know. Unless there's aliens. On the release of the movie Arrival, is it called Arrival? What is it called? Something Day. It's called Something Day. Explanation Day or Arrival Day or Arrival is a movie about aliens. but it's not Arrival Day. It's like, well, whatever. And like this lady's a news reporter, and she starts making clicking noises, and then a bunch of weird shit happens, and this guy steals like a USB stick from from like the CIA or Area 51 or whatever, and then. Yeah, I don't know. Watch it end up being like one of the most important movies ever. Because like a month later, the U.S. announces they have aliens. That would be pretty. I'm telling you, Hollywood and politicians are all fucking connected together, man. It's one cesspool. It's one swamp. That'd actually be pretty fucking cool if that was true. Like they purposely get Steven Spielberg to make a movie. They purposely do. Like it's like a Kubrick conspiracy, right? Like, hey, look, we're announcing aliens in like a year from now. We need you to release a movie 6 months from now that says that aliens have arrived and they're going to be announced. And Spielberg's like, oh, okay. He's like 80, right? He's like 70 or 80 now. Okay. I'm going to guess he was 30 in the 80s. So 30, 40. 50, 60, he's at least 60 or 70, something like that. I think he was 20. When did he make his first movie? Like the 70s or 80s? Like late 70s. And then he made most of his movies in like the 80s. So he's probably like 30, and then so then like he's like 70 or 80 now. Yeah. So like the government goes up to him and they're like, hey, we need you to make a movie because we're announcing aliens in like 2 years. Okay. They tried doing it in the 90s. They did Independence Day as like a precursor. They're like, hey, we want to know how the American public feels after seeing the movie Independence Day. How are they going to feel? People didn't like it. But it was like Arrival Day or whatever the fuck that Spielberg movie's called. Well, they'll test the waters. They'll test the waters before announcing, based on how well the movie does. They tried Close Encounters of the Third or Fourth or Fifth Kind, whatever the fuck that was about. Well, it's got lights and it lands in the desert and it does. And then they did E.T. And the people, some of them liked it, some of them didn't. And then You really did like zero research on that drug part. I saw the bill being signed, and it was. I read the headline. The headline said like psychedelic drugs and Joe Rogan using the White House, like 5 people. Or 6 or 7. Anything else? Oh, I don't know. That was the end of that, I guess. Oh shit, what the fuck was I stepping in? Mud? Cement mud? God damn it. I thought it was cement. I didn't know it was mud cement. It's not mud. I mean, it's like, what is it? What the fuck was it? It's runoff, right? What? I didn't like ruin something, did I? I don't think so. I think it's mud. It's mud down there. It's not cement. It's like a runoff from cement mixed with mud. Because there's a bunch of gravel right here, and the gravel had run off. It's a rain. That makes sense. Well, I mean, in the 90s, there was that whole hippie thing. Like, the hippies were like, hey, man, the internet's going to be like LSD. And then the Republicans are like, yeah, they put that in their back pocket. They said 20, 30 years from now, we're fucking doubling that one. You know, we're gonna legalize LSD. We're gonna turn AI, 3D shit into, you know, be double drugs. 2 drugs. We tried Oxycontin by itself. Then we realized it's even better to have people on 2 drugs at the same time. It's a lot easier to control them. If one drug stops working or you run out of supply, you have a second drug. You can, you know, you don't want to have one. It's called redundancy. I bet you're like 100% wrong. I bet they're not going to let like LSD out into the masses. I don't know. It'd be funny if they did. You should have read the headline a little closer. Whatever. Spoiler. You were thinking of a spoiler joke? Yeah, spoiler jokes are always the funniest. Spoiler, you don't actually learn anything in school. What they do in school is it's just like, it's babysitting / prison. Yep, that's a funny joke. I don't know if that's true, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of childish, but. I just want to increase my power. No, there's no way to increase your power level. Your power level is fixed. I need one of them compressors of gravity. You want a gravity compressor? ChatGPT lost all respect for me because I was like, top 10 anime shirts. That was, because he's like, oh, he's a weeb. I was like, oh, you're right. Because I wanted a nerve shirt. I want a nerve shirt. I want like the red one, the red with the black shirt with the red. And then I was like, oh yeah, you're right. I would be a weeb if I had that shirt. But it is a cool shirt. How about a polo shirt with just like a small little tab, like an alligator? A tie? How about a nerve tie? Bow tie? Do you think you can get a bow tie with nerve on it? Suspenders? A button. God's in his heaven, all's right with the world. Yeah, but in that story it was, yeah, you were asking about like Final Fantasy 7 and Xenogears, and and Madonna and how she was in the Kabbalah. I don't know what the fucking Kabbalah is. It's like a cool looking diagram. And then I went and looked for the Final Fantasy VII summons because I was pretty sure there was some diagrams in some of those summons. And then I watched like a video and I flipped through it. It was like a 10 or 20 minute video. It was all the summons. And I spent like 2 or 3 minutes flipping through it. There was no diagrams in the back behind the summons. And I was like, oh, I thought there was like a Kabbalah in there or something. No Kabbalah. Madonna was in the Kabbalah. The Zephyrat. It's not a Zephyroth, it's a Zephyrat. And there's like a tree. It's a bunch of hippie bullshit. In the 90s, the Republican Party secretly became practitioners of Kabbalah, but they've been hiding it for like 20 years. You could try and make that. That's a good conspiracy theory. I really don't understand the Kabbalah or any of that shit, but it would be like really cool to force the conspiracy theory onto the evidence. Do you know how long the Republicans have been waiting? They've been so pissed. They've had to be like, we're against drugs for like 50, 60, 70 years. The whole time they just couldn't wait to fucking claim it, you know? The whole time they were just like lusting with greed and envy. I want to be fucking the guy handing out drugs. How come the pot dealer is always so cool? I want to be cool like the pot dealer. And now they get to be the pot dealer, the drug dealer. Lucky them. It's the reason they didn't want Obamacare, because they want to be the drug dealer. Duh. Everybody wants to be the drug dealer. It's always cool to be the drug dealer. You're imagining like Republicans jumping up and down like children. I want to deal the drugs. It's kind of funny. I kind of like the mental image. I mean, the same is true of the communists and stuff. I want to own the factory. If only you knew how pathetic all of these people actually are. I'm a communist. I want to own the factory. I'm a Republican. I want to sell the drugs. Everyone's always so nice to the drug dealer. Everyone's always so nice to the factory owner. You're doing an exaggerated, like childish 5-year-old voice or something. Yeah, something like that. I don't know if that's bratty 5-year-old. I want to own the factory. I want to sell the drugs. You gotta do it with like a baby voice then, like the. It's like factory wacky, druggy wuggy. That's pretty. Anything Israel? I don't know. Was there something Israel Gaza? I don't know. I wasn't paying that close attention. Missiles in the Strait of Hormuz. That's the new Palestine, Gaza or something probably. I don't think you have nothing intelligent to say about that. Oil price is down, right? I wasn't paying that close of attention. As a person who doesn't use oil except for by buying groceries, it affects me, but thank God, because I'd have to care more if I had to pay $4 or $5 for a gallon of gas. The advantages of using shoes and or bicycles. And then eventually you can get like an electric car, a bike or something. I don't know, maybe. I want a teleporter like in Star Trek. That probably uses a lot of electricity. That probably uses, every time they did that, it cost like $100,000 worth of electricity. What would these? It's made up. They didn't want to build like a little ship to land, so they were just like, hey, well, they beam in. That Roddenberry, he was winging it pretty hard. See, I can't tell, am I high as shit, or is the devil hallucination thing? I think it's funny, but it might not be as funny as I think it is. It's very hard to tell. It's funny or not funny. Or just some random neurons going. Okay. Everyone calls everyone an LLM these days. Everyone's like, he's a malfunctioning LLM. That's one of my favorite insults I think I've ever heard now. He's a malfunctioning LLM. So you gotta learn if you're dealing with because there's too many people readers these days. There's too many people readers and not enough doers. So you gotta learn to fake. How do you lie to people readers? I gotta learn to fake outputs that people readers use. Are you tired of being an open book? LSD. I don't think it's LSD, it's probably psilocybin. It's probably the mushroom shit or the peyote stuff or something. It's not that fucking DMT shit, is it? Should have read the headlines, man. Should have read more than the headlines. There's always money in drug dealing. America was founded on drug dealing, rum, and some other shit. Yep, tobacco. Never underestimate the power of drugs. They're powerful. They're very powerful. They're the glue. Are they glue? You want to sniff some glue? You want to destroy some brain cells? That's just many brain cells, right? Sniff some glue. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sniff some glue. Hoo, hoo, hoo. What's going on with your left leg? Some sort of weird fuzzy. I don't know. What do you describe that as? You want to stretch it out? I've been poisoned by big drugs, big religion, big. Someone just shot me with a dart. I don't see it. That was the 80s or 70s where they had the fucking dart guns. I can only imagine what cool shit they have now. Shit. I'm fucked. What the fuck was going on with your leg? That's better-ish. Oh, you can't stretch your shit. There we go on the invert. Do you want to try and do like, you want to lay on your back and like lift your legs above your head and do the whole like force your body weight as the way of stretching thing? I wonder if stretching a bunch would be like bad for walking or good for walking. I don't know, this might be good or bad. I don't know. Looks maxing? You looked at it. Yeah, because they were going to interview the guy. It's not that interesting. It's you can break your cheekbones. In China, they did that to the people, right? They'll break their legs and then they'll add leg thingies. What does that smell like? Some sort of plant, like a tobacco plant. I don't know. It went away. You haven't done any time, location, unit. So would you went Cox Creek to Florence Boulevard to Darby, and then you were now at Bradshaw Drive on Darby. And what time is it? It is 6:12 and 34 seconds. I mean, there was the Nixonian Revolution was about like, wasn't that when they took over the South? Because the Democrats used to be Southern, and then they all switched. So you're saying that the drug switching. So now the right wing is going to be a bunch of fucking drug peddling, dirty, filthy hippies or something. I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to look. I'm terrible at guessing. I just sort of make exaggerations and then trying to make it seem stupid, but it's probably going to be something like that. Tech drugs. It'll be like tech drugs. Like there's movies that have tech drugs in them, right? Substance D was not enough. I wanted to do Substance D while in cyberspace. There's probably some movie with like a drug that you do while on the internet. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. My net dancers will now get high as shit while trying to hijack the ion cannon. And then the ending of the Command and Conquer, they have two music songs, and the one for the GDI wins by blowing up the Temple of Nod with an ion cannon. And then it's got a song, and the guy was like, it's actually a sad song, but the Nod song is like, it's all high energy. So I went down. it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. You should download all the old Command & Conquer music. It was 95. They predicted some of that stuff. It was like, well, they didn't predict anything. They predicted, it was before terrorism, right? It was 6 years before. I mean, terrorists never had tanks. Well, they had maybe in Syria or something, or I don't know, maybe some odd events. But there was no light tanks or. So actually, they were terrible at guessing how things went. What year did Command & Conquer Generals come out? I need to look that one up too. That had to be post. And then there was that one video on the YouTubes. He was a painter, he was a photographer, and he took pictures on 9/11. And there was this like 30s and 40-year-olds, and they were across the river in I'm assuming the Bronx, and they were like 30 or 40, and they looked like hipsters, and they were just like acting casual. And then people were like, "That's disgusting," because it was like the towers were smoking in the background. I don't know if is that interesting. I don't know. I mean, it was a YouTube video I watched. He's like an old photographer. Okay. There's The one lady she looked like a lesbian because she had short hair. And then the other guy looked like, I don't know, what did they look like? 90s, 2000s. I don't know if they were hipsters. What do you fuck we call them? I do not have enough information to guess what they were. Except for the short hair lady. She was a lesbian because she had like really short hair. Anything else? That was a stupid tangent. Yeah, but and then the one was the nod music was cool because you hijack the ion cannon, and then I think they let you choose like the Brandenburg Gate or like the Eiffel Tower, or I don't know. I think I beat the game. I think I beat it. I don't know. Like they had a 10-year anniversary. That would have been like 2005. You bought that big pack, right? Now they have a 25-year anniversary. A 20-year anniversary. They remastered it with HD. That sneaky. That guy looks like a dork. That square general. He looks like a square. But he was fucking pirating money to make the ion cannon. The ion cannon's pretty fucking cool. But not. Kane is still always cool. But he's a phony. Kane is a phony. I don't know if that's. I mean, he's probably. Did you know Kane and GDI were actually working together though? Really? That's a good one. You could probably fit some story in there somehow. You take the pieces, kind of shove that into that story. It probably works. It could work. And they had Lando Calrissian in the one. He was like Lando Calrissian was secretly the head of Nod. In the second or third one when they destroyed the satellite or something. That was dumb. Why would they put all their stuff in one satellite? It was a video game. Oh yeah. I wonder how expensive green screens were back in the 90s. Like, because now anyone can do it, right? But I mean, in those days it was more expensive. Because that one reporter guy for the Nod, he was like in front of a green screen. All the graphics in that game look terrible. But it was good in the 90s. You watched all those summons from Final Fantasy 7? Those were fucking sick back in the day. And now they look like shit. Mm-hmm. Hey, Sephiroth in a burning village. That looks cool. It looks like shit now, but I mean, it was pretty cool then, I guess. Could have swore there was like some Kabbalah tree in one of those summons. There wasn't. I mean, maybe you only watched like a minute of the whole 10-minute video. You were sort of flipping through it. Like, I thought it was, what about the one guy, the knight? Wasn't there a knight guy? You're talking about not knights of the round, the other knight. The guy with an axe. Or a pike or something. Odin? I think his name was Odin. Statistically, I rarely use summons because they take too long. It's normally faster to just use all and like a normal material. Like bolt all or it's called lightning. It wasn't called bolt. Or was it called bolt? I don't know. Like if bolt or all or fire or ice or. And there's Neo Bahamut, which is kind of like an ion cannon. The one of them, it goes up into space. It does. It goes up into space, like it shoots a laser. Yeah, they sort of stopped doing the whole like lasers in space. Well, it's probably because of Reagan. It was like the 90s, and like Reagan was talking about Star Wars, and that never really came about. Or did it? Everyone's falling for drone warfare. Secretly, Elon Musk has made a whole network of ion cannons. That's possible. Everyone's like drones, and no, it's not drones. They secretly have a whole ion cannon network of Now I just gotta get like an ion cannon somehow. How do I get an ion cannon? Elon Musk says he wants to put GPUs in space with solar panels. Yeah, you can lie your ass off to me. I ain't falling for that shit, Elon. I know what you're really doing. I know what those solar panels are for. You think I'm falling for some GPU AI bullshit? I ain't dumb. I wasn't born yesterday, buddy. That's actually moderately. Because it could be true, but it's not, I mean, you have no evidence, but it could be true. He's building an ion cannon network. To be fair, the ion cannon was not that powerful of a weapon in that game. What was the best weapon in that game? I don't know, actually. That's all the weapons in Command & Conquer 1 seem kind of lame. They all sort of seem bland. I mean, It wasn't until the later iterations where the uniqueness of the weapons. A tank, it was in hindsight, it was almost like a Stug, the Mirage, but it has no armor. The Mirage should have been more armored, and it should have been more stuggy. Because it kind of looks like one. It has to move, it has to rotate to shoot. It's not a tank. It's a Stug, but it's lightly armored. It's not entirely, it doesn't entirely make sense. Here's a church one. It says, faith makes things possible, not easy. I liked it when it was like a month or two where they were like talking about seats. That was the cool one. Every month, a monthly competition. Who has the coolest? No, that's lame. It takes too much. You need to get a notepad though. You do need to buy a notepad that you can carry in your pocket. Just go to Walmart and get one. Be like $1. Or you go to like Ollie's or something. Ollie's might have them. Double drugs? Yeah, whatever. They gave the assassins a sheesh, and they gave. I mean, alcohol's been around for a long time. I mean, coffee was the drug of the. Oh shit! The Romantics probably did absinthe or something. I don't know who did that. That was like the post. Was that like who did absinthe? I don't know. Should drink some water or something. I don't know. You want some water? Does it say balls? It says stop. It's an upside down box. Stop. I can't tell. It's like a washer. It's a big box. Broken Rubbermaid. It's Rubbermaid that is broken. Some cans of paint in a thing. That's boring. Firefly. What the fuck? It's a toy. Swing set? Why would you call a swing set a firefly? I don't know. It's like a swing set. It's called a firefly. Probably got fireflies for swings or something. I want to do the jump up and down thing like a kid. Can you how do you do that? Like how can you get your knees up? You think of like a temper tantrum thing, or what are you trying to go for like a temper? You need to Google children having temper tantrum, and then you can emulate that, and then do. I want to be the drug dealer. I want to be the factory owner. How high do you think your knees up? You want to do like a full knees to the chest, jump in the air, slam your feet on the ground. I don't think that's what a temper tantrum looks like. I think it's more of a skating move or something. I don't know. It's something. Yeah, shooting an apple off the head. It's kind of cool. Mm. Uh-huh. 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 It's a ditch witch. It's a ditch witch. It's a witch and ditch. Witchy ditchy. Ditchy witchy. Witchy ditchy. Witchy ditch. Mm-hmm. Mm. It's got pipes. Those are metal pipes. Mm-hmm. Huh. Uh-huh. Cause that side has like rubber hose. One side has a rubber hose. The other side has metal pipe. I don't know. Why is that? I don't know. It's a ditch witch. Don't you know about ditch witches? It's a ditch witch. You put metal tubes inside of the plastic tube. The plastic tube shoots water. And then the thing puts a metal tube behind it probably or something. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. How do they clean out the pipe with the water hitting the metal? I don't know. I'm not a ditch witch expert. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What do you think it's? What do you think it's? Is it gas or is it ditch witch? It's got ditch witch energy. Uh-huh. It shoots negative witch energies around. It's a network of witch energy and dark psychic energies that go underground, polluting the entire. Okay. There's a network of underground dark energy pipelines funneling dark energy around all the cities in the United States. What are some fancy words for witches? Wiccan. Wiccan. You go get like Blair Witch words or something. Have you noticed sticks on the ground? Have you noticed? Mm-hmm. 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 Have you felt cold drafts? Have you seen? Has it been raining when you think it shouldn't be raining? Has it been sunny when you think it shouldn't be sunny? Because like there's a ditch witch going around putting underground dark energy pipelines. Okay. Is a ditch witch a national thing or is it just a regional? I don't know. For the joke to work, it needs to be a national thing. Otherwise, it becomes just like a regional or city joke or something. I thought the ditch witch was national. Nah, it's just like one county. No one has a fucking clue what you're talking about. like a ditch witch. I don't know what that means. It's a ditch witch. It's a witch. It's magical black powers. Black materia? Could be black materia. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, that, you got like 20 yards, 10 yards, 20 yards, 30, 20, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 10, 15, 7, 10. What time is it? 6:37 and 20 seconds. You got 50 feet. Yeah. What do you think the average length of a 2-lane road is? 12, 15 feet, 30 feet. Well, that concludes this thing today.